guest here. This is the man who made Marvel Zombies.
What's his name?
I forget his name, unfortunately.
It's the Zombie King, Martha Saddam.
Okay. Can you tell us his name then?
Martha Saddam.
Okay. So Marvel Zombies is probably like one of the most violent storylines or violent concepts in the Marvel universe, and I'm a big fan of it, of course. Very bloody, very gory as heck. Can you tell us, where did you really come up with the idea for Marvel Zombies being
the idea, I'm told, kind of came from the fans, and then from the fans it kind of spread to Marvel, and then from Marvel spread to the editors, and then from the editors to me. They enlisted myself and Robert Kirkman to work on the book. You like that one?
You want that one, Shawnee?
Yeah, definitely sign that up for us.
Let's take a look at some of these actually. The Spider-Man one.
Look at this one right here.
The Spider-Man one, oh my gosh.
S-C-A-N?
We have a Scarface one, right there. Ah, Dana.
There you go,
Alright,
Shawnee.
cool.
What do you say?
So tell us, what brings you to Comic-Con also?
Well, I live here in the city.
Alright.
That's a big thing, but you know, it's where all the comic artists and the comic writers are collected. We come here to meet with the fans, see what they like, what they don't like, say hello to them, sign their books for them, and that's what we're here for.
Okay. Can you tell us some of your influences in this industry?
My influences? Well, most of my influences, it kind of started off with some of the Renaissance painters, sculptors. I'd seen the drawings, they call them cartoons, but the charcoal and crayon drawings of Michelangelo and Leonardo da Vinci, and I really liked those. There's a quality about them that I thought was great, that I wanted to have in my artwork. And what I found out was they had done a lot of anatomical studies and some formal years in an atelier system. So then basically I searched out a school in New York that basically taught that same atelier course that basically Michelangelo and Leonardo went through, and then I signed up for that course. I took it myself here in the city. A lot of the studies you had to work hands-on with cadavers. So I did a lot of work with cadavers up here at Hunter Medical University in the evening, sculpting and drawing cadavers. So that's kind of what got me into I'll say the whole zombie thing. I always loved zombie movies, but my formal studies, putting those together with the opportunity to actually work on a comic where I could actually apply some of that work that I did. That's kind of how the Marvel came about.
Okay. We're going to get back to Marvel Zombies in a sec, but I want to ask you, what other works have you done? Like one-shots, like collaborations? Can you tell us a few, maybe?
Here you go, Sean. This is for you.
Shawnee, if you want
well, I worked on Raise the Dead for Dynamite Forces. I worked on Marvel Zombies versus Army of Darkness for Dynamic Forces as well. Dynamite Entertainment. And I worked on Fanboys versus Zombies for Boom Studios. That was just this year. Working on my own zombie series that I wrote and did all the interiors to as well. That's called Skin Deep. I've been working on that for about 10 years. It precedes all this, and I wrote that and I did all the interiors as well.
Can you tell us more about Zombie Skin, your new one?
I can't say too much about it because I don't want to let too much cat out of the hat before it comes out.
Okay. Okay, going back to Marvel Zombies.
I'm with you.
This is gruesome, and it reminds me of Punisher Max as far as the violence.
Okay.
Do you have any kids?
Do I have any kids? I have 5 baby snapper turtles that I just adopted recently.
He lies. I am like a son to him. He never claims me publicly.
That's offensive. I'm wondering, I was going to ask after that, have your kids seen this? I was going to ask that actually. I was going to ask that.
All my painting, or this is my family.
Okay.
Basically, I've devoted my life really to doing the painting and the writing and working on the stories.
That's cool.
That's what I focus on. My life is focused on that.
Have you caught any flack from any parents, any concerned groups about the violence?
Pardon me?
Have you caught anything in it about them? Are they giving you any help?
There are many angles in life, and violence is one of them. I don't consider zombies violent. I consider it's the laws of nature, basically.
Okay.
Everybody's got to eat.
Yeah. So you don't really care if there's any controversy over it?
There's no controversy there. I don't see any controversy.
All right, cool. Last question. What other projects do you have coming up that we can look forward to?
Well,
Maybe?
that I'm working on a big Edgar Rice Burroughs project right now. That's got Tarzan, John Carter on Mars, Shadow, Flash Gordon, Alley-Oop, Doc Savage, all in one story.
Okay.
And that's two novels. It's 2 novels. I'm doing 26 paintings for it, and then 100 ink drawings.
All right. So where can people go to find out more information about your work?
ArthurSaddam.com is a good place. My family artistically, they extend all the way back to the 16th century. The Dutch family that came over opened up the first trading posts here, helped open up the first trading posts here. In the late 1600s, that trading post eventually became New Amsterdam. Then New Amsterdam eventually became New York City. At the advent of the Civil War, I have 2 uncles, 2 great uncles who were Hudson River painters. Hudson River painters were the first American artists to win recognition for American painters internationally. Before that, it was basically thought in the world that the only good artists came from France and from Denmark and from Holland. The Hudson River Painters is a small collection of about 10 artists from New York who painted the Hudson River Valley. I had 2 uncles, James and Henry Sedan, who were part of 2 of those Hudson River painters. And then later on, there was another illustrator named E.H. Sedan, who's considered probably America's foremost architectural artist. And then I had an uncle who studied with Norman Rockwell, and I inherited his workbooks. So that's where I actually learned to paint from.
Okay. Thank you for your time.
All right.
Appreciate it.